I rode lots of old spoiled horses. I've had my share of wrecks. Had them buck me off and fall over backwards and almost break my neck. I took a lot of chances, never had a lot of brains. I've had my share of scrapes and breaks, bruises, cuts and pains. Like I said, I'd taken chances back when I was young and raw, but the damnedest wreck I ever had, something like you never saw. My younger days, some folks might say I was a pretty fair bronc peeler, but no horse ever sacked me out half as hard as did a damn three-wheeler. I'd seen little kids ride them things, seen them ride them good. So naturally to myself, I thought, what the hell, I could. Well, it happened just last spring. It was the 15th day of May, and scars, I still got them. I'll never forget that day. It was my buddy's birthday, and a bunch of us had been working cows. We finished up about 1 o'clock and walked up to the house and just got through eating and put our dishes in the sink. And the same damn fool broke out a bottle. So we toasted our birthday drink. We sat there toasting for an hour. Okay, 2. The kid rode up on this contraption. It was spanking new. He spun himself some brodies and stood that thing up in the air and rode that sucker that away about from here to there. Well, to me it looked plumb simple. You had complete control. Just back off the throttle and down to earth that thing would go. Well, I can ride that thing, I bragged, as well as them kids do. So pretty soon I got to making bets after another drink or two. Well, I'd taken off my chaps, but I still had on my spurs. I'd take another great big drink and chased her down with Coors. First, I revved the engine up, then I popped the clutch. What happened shortly after that, I don't remember much. They say that sucker stood straight up just like a dying whale, and when he came down, we covered ground. That son of a gun set sail. Well, my hand froze on the throttle. At least that's what I guess. First thing I hit was the garden. I sure did make a mess. I kind of tossed a great big salad. Sort of acted like a plow, but I whooped her around and I bought her back. Man, don't ask me how. Next thing I hit was the clothes. Well, I tore them off the line. Now I'm sure enough in trouble, because you see I was riding blind. There's a pair of my wife's bloomers got draped across my hat. Well, I'm ducking left and dodging right, kind of like a bat, and my hat come off. Now I can see just where I was going, but how to shut this contraption off, I had no way of knowing. How do you shut her off? I yelled as I flew right by my pards. None of them can answer me. Hell, they was laughing way too hard. Then it was quite by accident. Somehow I grabbed a higher gear. That's like some big old yearling calf getting branded on the rear, because that sucker gave a burst of speed. Now we're really going fast. And I got to wondering how long it'd take to run her out of gas. And me and this three-wheeler, we hit this big dirt mound, kind of like a bucking horse trying to go heaven bound. And I came to earth, that headlight caught me right smack in the belly. Well, my lungs collapsed, my eyes bugged out, my knees, they turned to jelly. But I see these fence posts. They're coming fast. Well, I still had enough sense, and I knew I had to turn that front wheel to go through that barbed wire fence. Well, I really tried to turn it, but that front wheel wouldn't take a hold. Just like trying to turn a stubborn, cold-jawed colt, so without thinking, I'll get him turned. I'll get a spur up in his neck. The spur tangled up in that front wheel. Hot damn, here comes a wreck. The sucker shot me out of there, and I went flying across them ditches. I broke my arm, some ribs, my leg. Plumb tore off my shirt and breeches. Felt them old barbs digging in. Felt my old hide rip. See my false teeth go flying out. To hell with polygrip. Well, I wake up in the hospital now, and I'm sure enough feeling sore, because besides my shirt and breeches, like I said, my hide got tore. Well, you can just imagine now the ribbon I got to take for trying to ride this overgrown tricycle turned out to be one big mistake. So I'm back to punching cows and doing things I kind of know how to do. But I'm staying off them damn three-wheelers, folks. That's my same advice to you.